right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And our good friend Bubba Larkin and Chris Carney were in with their friends from Morgan Winery. This is a winery that these guys have had here for a long time, Pacific Southern Wine Company in Florida. And they make some great wines. One of the pioneers of that Monterey Santa Lucia Highlands appellation. Dan Morgan's been there since 1982. Wow, the first vintage of that Highland Chardonnay, which we had the 2012 release. All of his 2012 Chardonnays, very good. We started out with a Sauvignon Blanc, which, hey, this is the first vintage of screw cap for them. Congratulations. The greatest enclosure for a wine you're going to drink short term or with a little bottle age, to me, is a screw cap. And this one's got a little Semillon, 6%, and Albarino in the mix. And these guys have about, they make about 50% of their wine from their own fruit, and the other 50 they purchase fruit from, or I don't know how you'd say that. They grow 50% of the fruit and they buy the other 50%. This wine is all stainless steel. We like a nice fresh style of Sauvignon Blanc. They do age it neutral oak for 4 months. Give it a little texture here, a little rounding. And they've got 60 acres of their own vineyard, and then this got a little Muscadet clone in it also. So something you don't see very often in this country. This wine's got a nice musky note to the melon and orange blossom fruit here on the nose. A light blind, briny, kind of flinty, minerally character also. Very fresh and juicy wine on the tongue. That melon and pineapple, kind of lemon citrus, light briny notes on the finish. Leaves the tongue salivating for food. Something we love about Sauvignon Blanc, with some light floral tones, that orange blossom showing at the end. A very good little Sauvignon Blanc at $17.75. The Chardonnay Metallico, not Metallica, Metallico, up next from Santa Lucia Highlands. They make about 40,000 cases total production, not just of this wine. This is their unoaked version of Chardonnay. And as I mentioned before, they purchase about half the fruit they use for this wine. Very nice floral character to the nose, some green apple, lemon citrus fruit. Really bright and fresh style of Chardonnay, that lemon zest and that minerality shown through on the finish. Very bright and fresh, $22.50, a very good little unoaked style of Chardonnay. The Highlands up next. They use 40% Malo in this wine, and this is the wine they've been producing since 1982. And ripe, rich butter peach and some nice butterscotch candy notes on the nose, some candy corn, lightly toasted oak, really nice complexity here on the nose, smooth and creamy texture on the tongue with that bright, firm hand of acidity. There's light butterscotch notes, ripe peach and tropical fruit, a little custard coming in there. Really nice richness in this wine, but very well balanced. An excellent little example of Santa Lucia Highlands Chardonnay for $26.25, still very reasonably priced. And then the Double L Vineyard. They only make about 530 cases of this wine, produced from the best barrels, all from their estate. And it does see a bit more new oak and a bit more mallow, so a little richer. This wine's got a lovely bouquet of peaches, ripe, delicious apples, a nice hand of lightly toasted oak spice, vanilla bean creme brulee, nutmeg, lemon drop candy. Very well endowed bouquet here, and very rich and well endowed on the tongue as well. This wine is thick and creamy, lots of ripe fruit, that cinnamon and vanilla spice, and a long mineral lace finish. Most excellent, even better on the second day. Still reasonably priced for me, $46.50. All right, the Côtes de Croix, and this wine used to be called Crow's Roost, and it's always a little different blend. This year it's Syrah and Grenache, 60-40, but it's always a Rhone style-based blend. And so it's got that typical berry pie fruit you get out of Rhone wines, and kind of a nice touch of flowers and herbs. Very forward and enticing, and a really soft and fruity wine on the tongue. Silky smooth tannins, a nice hint of that floral and herbal note from the nose through the finish. A real crowd pleaser. Very good little wine at $15. Hoo-ah. The best values in France are from the Southern Rhone Valley, the Côte de Rhone, and this wine's a little richer than that, but still a really good little value, $15. Pinot Noir, 12 clones, and they've used up to 12 clones in the past. I don't think they have 12 clones in this anymore, but this is a really good example of what Santa Lucia Highland Pinot is all about. A beautiful bouquet of black raspberry and wild strawberry fruit, brown spice, some pretty floral notes, really nice complexity, a bit of smoke coming out of this wine as it opens. Very smooth and silky wine on the tongue, a lot of ripe, delicious cherry and black raspberry fruit. This wine has got a lovely, silky, smooth texture here, an excellent little Pinot. And then the Double L, this is only 500 cases. Again, very small production, the best barrels, all estate fruit. This wine's got a lovely richness and concentration to the nose here. Black cherry liqueur-like fruit, fresh flowers, exotic spices, a big and chewy Pinot on the tongue, dark raspberry, exotic spices, pretty floral notes. This wine's got a bit of tannin here at the end too. Very well built, even better on the next day. Lovely concentration and richness all the way through to the finish. Most excellent juice at $60.75. And that's what we had to drink with our friends from Morgan Winery. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.